night falls in the village, and everyone goes to sleep, safe and warm in their cozy little beds, until the clock strikes midnight, and the werewolves awaken. Silently, they stalk the village in search of a poor soul that will serve as tonight's main course. They select and devour their victim. Then return to their innocuous abodes, full-bellied and satisfied. Morning arises, and the villagers awaken.
Oh. I'm so sorry. I must not have seen you come in. We were just playing a favorite game of ours. It's the 2-player variant of the Werewolf Zombies of Puerto Rico. It's a lot of fun, but I'm here today to tell you about a game that's almost as much fun, and that's The Golden City by Z-Man Games. The Golden City was originally published in Germany by Cosmos Games, purveyors of such fine games as The Settlers of Catan, Lord of the Rings, Lost Cities, and one of my personal favorites, Crocodile Pool Party. Z-Man Games brought it over to the US in 2010. They've really been doing a great job so far, bringing over some of the best European games every year and publishing them in the United States with full English releases. Does their track record hold with the Golden City? Let's take a look at the game and find out. In the Golden City, each player assumes the role of a trader and tries to become the most prosperous of all the traders on the continent. Players will do this by building the largest and most efficient network of businesses. All players must begin their business network by opening a business on the coastline and will then seek to work their way into the Golden City, where the largest rewards are offered. These rewards are mainly granted in the form of letters of business, which is simply the game's thematic term for victory points. Each player begins the game with a number of businesses, 3 coins, a bidding hand token, and 2 cards, 1 coast card, and 1 landform card, which will depict one of the 5 different types of landforms on the board. These landforms include desert, mountain, meadow, forest, and city landforms at the center of the board. A game of the Golden City consists of 16 short rounds, and each round can be broken down into 4 phases. The first of these phases is the setup phase. Begin the setup phase by revealing the scorecard for the round. The scorecard will show the area type and the goods type that will score points at the end of this round. A player will then reveal a number of pairs of landform cards, which will be available for the players to purchase during the auction phase of this round. The number of card pairs available depends on the number of players in the game. In the first setup phase of the game, you will also have to draw 3 goods cards from the deck of goods cards and lay them out face up next to the deck to form the goods display. The second phase is the auction phase. Beginning with the starting player, each player in turn places his bidding hand token on the pair of landform cards which he would like to collect. Placing a hand on an unoccupied pair of cards is free. However, if a player would like to take a pair of cards that is already occupied by another player's bidding hand, then he must pay to displace his opponent's hand token and place his own hand there instead. The first displacement each round costs only 1 coin. The second will cost 2 coins, the third 3 coins, and so on. All payments are made to the supply. If your hand token gets displaced by another player, then you may, on your turn, place it on any pair of cards, including the one that it was just displaced from. But you will have to pay the new increased cost. As soon as every player has their bidding token on a pair of cards, each player collects that pair, and the bidding round ends. During Phase 3, the building phase, players will play cards from their hand in order to create new businesses on the board. Placing a business on the board requires 2 landform cards that match the type of landform where you want to build your business, and the business must be connected to one of your existing networks of businesses. Creating a business that will enter your network into the Golden City also requires that you spend a keycard. Each space that you build on will offer an immediate reward. These rewards include allowing you to take a keycard, which will allow you to enter the Golden City, take 2 coins from the supply, take a goods card from the supply, draw a random landform card from the deck, or look through the deck of bonus cards and choose the one you want. Bonus cards will give you big points at the end of the game, if you can meet the conditions shown on the card. Once all the players have built their businesses and taken their rewards, it'll be time for Phase 5, the scoring phase. The scorecard that was turned over at the start of the round shows a specific area of the board and a type of good. Any players who have placed businesses in the specified area will receive 2 letters of business. If a player owns the majority of businesses built in that area, he will receive 2 bonus letters of business as well. The goods are scored similarly. Each player who owns a good card that matches the type of good shown on the scoring card will receive 2 letters of business. If a player is the only one to own the good shown on this round's scoring card, then he will also receive a bonus of 2 additional letters of business. This cycle continues for 16 rounds. As the rounds progress, however, players will want to be sure to expand their business networks inland, as the coastal regions are mostly scored during the first few rounds of the game. After final scoring, the game is over, and the player who has collected the most letters of business will be awarded the title of Super Deluxe Golden Merchant to His Shininess the Emperor. He will have brought much honor to his family, and he will not have to shame himself by eating a litter of newborn kittens. So what do I think about the Golden City? Whew. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's no werewolves and zombies of Puerto Rico. But then again, what is? And if you can accept the fact that no game in history has ever been as great as Werewolves and Zombies of Puerto Rico, and that no game in the future ever will be as great, and then you can just take the Golden City on its own merits, well then I think it's a fantastic game. It's a nice medium weight to heavy filler for serious gamers, and at the same time it's just a very, very nice, easygoing family game for family gamers. There's a lot of different strategies that you can try in every game, because as you can see, there are plenty of different ways to score points. You can try to just keep on taking those bonus cards. You can try to build into the city. You can just try to dominate it with the goods. And because there's so many ways to score points, really there's nothing that you can do that's going to completely ever mess you up and leave you way behind all the other players. At the same time, an experienced player will have a slight edge, but still the games seem to come in pretty close all the time. So I think it works well as a gateway game. Like I said, it's a very good heavy filler. The game plays fairly quickly. It's only about 45 minutes to an hour if everybody knows what they're doing. There's also a terrific 2-player variant, which I actually enjoy almost as much, if not more, than the 3 to 4 player game that's in the rulebook. And what can I say? I just really like the game. I give it 2 zombie thumbs up. This one is highly recommended. Congratulations, Z-Man Games. Your track record is still pristine.